Right here at the side of your intake manifold is the DISA valve. It sits just behind the dipstick. If your E46 has rattling noises coming from around the intake system or suffering from poor performance and fuel economy, then the DISA valve could be the culprit. What does a DISA valve do? How does it work? What causes it to fail? And most importantly, how do you fix it? Well, keep watching, because in this video, I'm going to answer all these questions and much more as we take a look at the DISA valve on your E46 with the M54 engine. G'day everyone, my name's Michael Taylor and welcome to another 64 Motorsport E46 maintenance vid. So I guess to properly answer the questions that we're asking, we need to consider the purpose or responsibility of the DISA valve within the intake system. The engineers at BMW realised that the air path through the engine system had a direct impact on performance. In the 1990s, they started to develop a system they called differentiate Saugenlager, abbreviated DISA. Take the first two letters from the first word, first two letters from the second word, put them together, you get DISA. It's a bit like the Vanos, yeah? Come up with these words that not even they can pronounce. The DISA valve was then used on the M50, M52 and M54 engines from about 95 through to 2006 when BMW stopped using the M54 engine on the E46. The purpose of the DISA valve is to control the flow of air through the intake system in order to achieve better performance and fuel economy at high and low RPMs. Well, how does it do this? Air enters the engine via the intake manifold. The intake manifold is responsible for distributing the air to each of the 6 cylinders on your M54 engine. When the intake valve opens, it allows air into the cylinder chamber. When it closes, it blocks off the flow of air into the cylinder. This means that the remaining air will bounce off the closed valve and back into the intake manifold. The air will then bounce off the back of the intake manifold and travel back towards the intake valve. In order to achieve the best performance, you want the air to bounce back towards the valve at the exact moment that the valve opens again. At low RPMs, the valves open slower, so you want this bounce back process to take longer. But at high RPMs, the valves open much quicker, so you want this bounce back to happen faster. So this is where the DISA valve comes into play. On the DISA valve, there is a plastic flap which opens and closes. This will either shorten or lengthen the path the air must take to enter the cylinder chamber. At low RPMs, the valve is closed, which forces the air to take a longer path to reach the cylinder. Do you get where I'm going with this? At high RPMs, the valve now opens, creating a shorter path to the cylinder. There's a couple of things that will happen when this occurs. Firstly, the bounce back happens much faster, but also because there's now a smaller space for the incoming air, it actually pressurizes the air. And pressurized air is more combustible. More combustible air equals more performance or better horsepower. The DISA is controlled by your E46 ECU, which is responsible for telling it when to open and close. How are you going to tell when your DISA valve is kaput? Probably the most common signal will be a rattling noise coming from around your intake system. At this point, you'll also notice a reduced amount of performance, particularly in your mid to high rev range, but also a loss of low-end torque. You'll also notice that you're getting poor fuel economy. You may also start to get error codes flashing up on your dash. Now, I've put a link of some of the error codes in the description box below so you can check those for reference as well. Now, it's really important at this stage, if you suspect that your DISA valve is on the fritz, that you take some remedial action as soon as possible. Because what can happen is this plastic valve can break or the metal pin can come loose and they can get sucked into your engine, which of course is bad. There's a couple of things to consider when you're taking remedial or maintenance action with your DISA valve. If you're not getting a rattling noise, but your DISA isn't working, then it's best to just replace the whole unit. But if you're getting the rattling noise and the other symptoms, you can actually repair and upgrade the components in your existing DISA valve. The DISA valve is designed to last between 70 and 100,000 miles. So if your E46 has reached this service interval, now's the time to replace your DISA valve rather than waiting for it to actually fail. Let's pull this thing apart and I'll show you the parts that can be replaced and upgraded, and also how easy it is to do at home with a minimum of tools and with very basic mechanical knowledge. You'll need a pair of pliers, a flat blade screwdriver, and if you've got one, an O-ring pick. The first thing I'm going to do is raise this securing pin a little bit so I can get my pliers onto the end of it and then sort of pull it out. As you can see, I've got a bit of a dicky thumb from an incident yesterday playing with my granddaughter. We'll see how we go. See if I can do this without putting another hole in my finger. There we go. So I've raised that pin up a little bit just so I can get my pliers onto it. And just pull that out. I'll then turn it over, and on the back here there's a cap. We want to remove that, click that out. Now inside here there's this little plastic bell thing, and you can see there's a little metal clip just here. We want to remove that so that we can pull out the plastic bell. So it's got it off. Lift that off. So I've lifted the plastic lever off there, and then I'll just get my pliers in onto the white bit and pull that loose. Oh, bit of effort, and that's come out there, so that's that part there. This is where you'll start to see a lot of wear on this plastic piece. This is still in reasonably good nick. I've actually replaced the DISA valve on my E46 simply because it's done the mileage of around about 100,000 miles, and it's time to replace it. So, and that's the plastic valve there. It's in pretty good nick. You can tell that it's aged because it's really hard. It no longer has that slightly softer plastic feel to it. And then the next thing you're going to want to replace is this sealing O-ring in here, because this will allow air to escape. So we're going to take that out. Nicked myself there. You'll need to persevere with this O-ring here as well, because this is where it seals onto the inlet manifold. You'll want to have a good seal, and the kits come with an uprated Viton O-ring for this. So you're going to have to just keep persevering with this to get it out, and it's going to take some time just to get all this old rubber out. A bit of cleanup. I might just keep cleaning this up and then I'll come back to you. The kits come with everything you need to upgrade. What they generally do is replace this plastic valve or flap. You've no longer got the risk of this disintegrating and shattering and entering the engine. You get your new pins and clips, and also a new O-ring to seal where it goes into the manifold. And you also get a new bell to replace the plastic one. Is much better. If you've not got a rattling sound but the DISA isn't working properly, then you're going to need to replace the whole unit anyway. But if it's simply the rattling sound which is telling you that these seals and pins and metal components are starting to wear and it's just allowing air through and that valve is actually moving a little bit, then you can uprate these, and I'll put two links below. There's German Autosports, which is US, and there's also, I think they're called XR8 or X8R or something, but there's a link for them below. So you guys in the UK and Europe may prefer to use those. If you're here in Australia, you're going to have to buy from one of those places. A new valve's going to run, depending which brand you buy, between I guess $200 and $300 Australian. The kits are going to run about a third of that, so around about $100 Australian. Replacing the actual DISA valve itself under the bonnet is really simple. It's only 2 Torx screws which secure it to the manifold. You may have to remove part of the intake pipework from your filter to get access, but other than that, just 2 screws, pop it out, pop in your new one. it's an hour's work at the very most. If you're going to do this job, I'd probably allow another couple of hours. Take your time with it. Because it's plastic, you don't want to scratch or gouge anything unnecessarily, so don't try and rush it. Be careful and do it properly and you won't have a problem with it. So that's the DISA valve on your M54 engine for the E46. Leave us a comment below if you think I've missed something, or if you've got any tips and tricks for improving the performance of your DISA valve that you've found. Leave us a comment below so that we can share it with our other viewers. You can also catch up on other E46 maintenance videos, performance videos, and follow the build of my supercharged E46 325 CI by subscribing and tickle the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. I've really enjoyed your company today. If you'd like to watch the next video in my E46 maintenance series, then you can click and watch this video here. Oh, there it is. Or you can watch the video that YouTube recommends that you'll enjoy by clicking and watching this video here. But until we meet again, look after yourselves, stay safe, and TTFN.